Welcome to People and Power on Afrozam Radio. My name is Kusantan Tangi Chilebe. This is a show where we bring change makers, decision makers, and the people that are shaping our very existence and our lifestyles. So on today's episode, I've brought somebody who is a young business lady. She's a model and she's so much more. This is a person that needs no introduction. She is a daughter of Luanshya and she has achieved so much. So today we'll be diving into her latest project. We'll be talking about her business and everything in between. My guest is Ester Dede. Welcome to the program, Ester Dede.
Thank you so much.
It's nice to have you. Happy New Year.
Same to you.
So Esther, to the people that are watching us who don't know you, who is Ester Dede? Tell us about yourself.
Okay, like he said, my name is Ester Dede Chikumbi. I'm the daughter to the District Commissioner here in Luanshya. And I'm a business lady. I do different types of businesses and I'm a model as well. I came out Miss Luanshya First Princess. That was in 2022.
Okay. Yeah. So from 2022, what have you been up to? What have you been doing?
I've been doing business.
What type of business do you do?
I do all types of businesses.
I remember seeing your social media some time back. You were selling those products for women. Are you still selling them?
Yes, I do sell weight gain products, yes.
Okay. And now it's a business. Are women buying those things?
Very much, because everyone wants to gain.
Why are women always trying to gain?
I don't know. Maybe it's because they want to have a nice structure.
So that they can attract men?
Yes.
And apart from the weight gain project, why I brought you here is because I saw you post something on social media. You are hosting a beauty pageant. Let's talk about that. That's the first thing I'm going to talk about. Let's talk about your beauty pageant. When is it going to take place?
It's going to take place on the 14th of February this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you already found the models?
Yes.
How many are there?
Altogether, there are 13, including the males.
Okay, so it will be a Mr. and Mrs. Valentines.
Yes.
Is it just restricted to people in Luanshya?
No. Everyone is.
Can people still audition or they have already, the auditions are already done?
For the males, we're still doing auditions.
Okay.
Yes.
What prompted you to say, Njambikula Ipangira Nemwinama beauty pageant? Because I remember you were just a model. But now you've transitioned, you don't want to just be modeling, you want to organize events. What prompted you to take that path?
Okay. Because I want people to benefit from what they do. There are models that are not benefiting from modeling, but I myself, I want them to benefit because myself, when I was doing modeling, I didn't benefit anything. Because after I won, I wasn't given anything, but I just took the name Miss Luanshya First Princess.
But it was a good platform. It was a good platform. People got to know about you. You got to grow your brand.
Yes. But I want those models that are going to be working with me to benefit something so that even where they go, they'll be able to praise me and say, okay, that girl, at least she did something. So when you say you want the models that are going to participate to benefit something, do you have money? Is there prize money in this competition? Yes.
How much money should people expect?
5,000 for the first prize, which is going to be Mr.
and
or Mrs. Valentine. And then the second prize, 2,000.
Okay.
The second prize, 3,000. Third, 2,000. And then the fourth one, which is going to be Mr. or Mrs. Personality, 500 kwacha.
Okay. So after this event is done, is this the only event that you have planned or you keep doing these events in the future?
I'll keep doing these events because it's my dream to see other models prosper.
Okay. Now, Esther, modeling, a lot of people are skeptical about this career that you have chosen. I remember even when you were doing Miss Luanshya, when you went for that activation at Crystal's, a lot of people came to watch you girls. But after that night, you saw how social media went crazy. People associate modeling with prostitution. What would you say to people that say, I'm a model is maole?
That's wrong.
Okay.
I'm a model, they maole. It's just the way people carry it. Okay. Even the way us models, we carry ourselves is different. There are other models that carry themselves as prostitutes, and there are us who just want to work on our career as models.
But there are people who are in this industry that are doing prostitution,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
So now, being a young girl who is doing modeling, what are some of the challenges that you found in your career as a model?
There's so many challenges. Okay. Like you said, people are going to be thinking you're a prostitute or something. And again, people will just condemn you because you're doing modeling. Even when they don't know what your dream is, they'll condemn you.
coming from being the daughter of a politician and also being in modeling, how do you balance the two? Because your father is in the spotlight. People know your father is. He's an established politician.
Okay.
And then you are a socialite. You're an influencer. Two different worlds. How do you balance the two?
I don't know what to say.
Doesn't your father being a politician doesn't affect you, or doesn't your career affect his standing in society?
My career doesn't affect my father, but somehow it does. Because everything I do, they're going to say,
yeah. Let's talk about your dressing. There are people who say a lot of things about you daily, the way you dress. Does your dressing portray who you are, or is it just a form of self-expression?
Don't judge a book by its cover. These are just clothes. They're just material things. So sometimes you just dress up according to the way you feel. So people shouldn't judge you for that.
Okay.
Because they're just clothes.
Dede, you're one of the most famous people here in Luanshya. Like maybe top 3, top 4 most famous girls in Luanshya. I was checking social media and I saw you got engaged. Was that a publicity stunt, or truly you have been engaged?
I've truly been engaged, yes.
What prompted you to make such a decision at a young age?
I'm not young, first of all.
Okay.
I'm old.
But most girls are scared because they're like, I'm at my prime. This is when I'm looking the best that I'll ever look. Why am I going to be with a man when I can be in the streets? But you, at your prime, you've decided to settle down. Most girls don't want to do that. What prompted you to say, I think this is the right time?
I think what I can say is those people that don't want to get married, it's because they haven't found the right partner yet. But on my part, I think I've decided to settle because I found a partner who understands me and who accepts me for who I am. So No.
Does your man support you in your business?
Yes, very much.
Okay. What would you tell other girls who are in relationships, young girls like you who are in relationships, where they are not being properly taken care of? What would you encourage such people? Like I carried that fear because in a relationship, but she's being cheated on, but they still stay. What would you say to young girls that are still in toxic relationships?
Say no to toxic relationships. Being healthy is so good and it gives you a peace of mind.
Now that you're engaged, do you still maintain the same friends that you had before you made this step?
It's different.
Because your man told you to, or because now you're a woman that is about to like finalize your marriage arrangements, it's a different feeling altogether?
I choose people to hang out with because some of them are not on my level and we've got different mindsets.
Okay.
So I choose people that are going to build me in a certain way. Yes.
The year has just started, Dede. What plans do you have for the year?
There's so many.
E.g., I know there is the beauty pageant coming, but apart from the beauty pageant, what else should people expect from your brand?
I'm opening a store in March, a girly store, where we're going to be selling lip gloss, lotion, facial scrubs, face masks, yeah.
Okay. I remember, is it last year or the other year, you had a shop, second class year, your thrift show. What happened to your thrift business?
I only do that in June. So we always open in June. Because
it's like a seasonal store.
Yeah.
Oh, I never. So I'm not to watch. So even this June, you're going to run your thrift store. What other businesses would you encourage young girls to venture into? Because one thing that has become crazy nowadays, girls don't want to work hard. Most look pretty. They will just sell their beauty. But then again, the issue with Kulash Chum video as a girl is that lifespan. Ubusuma. After 35, 38, you will not be as attractive as you were in your early 20s. But in building a brand, what a business, whether at 40 or 50, you'll still be able to afford your lifestyle because you make your own money. What businesses or what entrepreneurial ventures would you advise young girls here in Luanshya that they can do, if it is feasible, than prostitution or selling their bodies?
When I just started business, I started with selling lip therapies. I used to buy lip therapies at 5 kwacha and sell them at 15 kwacha. So there are so many businesses that these girls can do other than selling their bodies. So the first business they can do is selling the same products that I sell, because I do sell them at retail price.
Okay, how much do you sell the weight gain? The weight gain, the ones in the I once so quite to so yeah, brown liquid. So how much do you sell those?
I sell them at 150, but if someone wants to order, it's 80 kwacha.
Okay, so meaning they
order
would make
starts
60
from
kwacha.
6, yes.
They can make 60 kwacha per bottle that they sell. And how do those products move? Are they moving? Do people like buy those things?
Yes, people buy those things very much.
Do you make the products yourself, or you order them?
I make them myself.
Where did you learn that from?
From my mother.
Okay, can you teach, if somebody came to say, Esther, are you open to sharing the secret formulas of your products to other young girls?
As long as they pay me.
How much do you charge to teach them that the skill?
1,500.
That's for how long?
3 days, because you're going to learn in a day.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so let's say somebody invests 1,500 to learn. Ngama, the ingredients, how much somebody needs?
The ingredients are very cheap.
Okay.
Yes. So for the ingredients, you just put a 500 kwacha. Learning 1,500.
So 2 pin to
out
business.
Of that 500 kwacha, you can get a 4,500 from that 500.
After you make the products.
Yes.
But why aren't you doing a lesson? Why don't you start a class and do a lesson and advertise it?
These things, when you start making those things, you're supposed to get a permit.
I know, Zabs.
So maybe it's going to be a challenge for those that want to learn to get a permit.
That is not your problem. Esther, guys,
it's their problem, but it's going to cost them.
You see, no, like you tell them whilst you're teaching them, you need this Zambia Bureau of Standards to certify this. So you are certified. You've got the paperwork for the products that you're putting on the market.
Yes.
Yeah, you tell them what you did to get your certification and your paperwork, but you give them that skill. Do you also do lightening creams?
Yes, I do.
You also know how to make those things?
I also know how to make, because my mother was making, so I used to see what she was doing.
Have you ever made?
Yes.
Are you selling those?
And I've sold them to a lot of people.
And what has been the response? What understanding about Bonfire products?
Yes, ma.
What is the profit margin like? Can you make a living just selling those products? But why aren't more people doing it?
Because they don't want to do it.
Okay. If more women...
We have different passions in life. So maybe others, they can't be making...
Do you know you can only have you can only not work if you're a very rich person, a very rich kid who the father left maybe 2 million or 3 million. But for the rest of us, we have to work, Esther. For the rest of us, we have to work. Me, I work 7 days a week. Napa Sunday ukansanga in the office in the womb. Napa Monday, napa Tuesday, 7 days a week. I do my work. And I wish more young people can do that. So now moving forward, Esther. Next year we're having elections. And you are a brand, you are an influencer. You're someone who's influential. Are you going to actively participate in the electoral process?
Yes.
Who are you going to campaign for? Do you belong to any political party? Let me not ask her. Do you belong to any political party?
I belong to UPND because my father is UPND.
You are one of have you ever voted before?
Yes.
Last election you voted?
Yes.
Are you pleased with what your party has done so far? Will you one day get to participate in politics actively? Because there are very few women that are actively participating in politics.
One day, yes, I'll participate.
We can start ponanga this kayengo. I'm a diva. So now, Esther, you are almost a married woman. You're engaged and you're almost married. What type of woman are you? Are you a submissive woman or are you a feminist?
I'm a submissive woman.
What do you say to women that say, in a night by independent? I'm a feminist. What do you say to women that have got that attitude?
They'll never go anywhere. Because if you're with your partner, you're supposed to listen to what your partner tells you. Sometimes. Could I favor advice? It's okay advice. Yeah, man, but see, why we can kumbadi. Now we should but deep down your heart, it's okay if yeah, man, but you don't want to do it. Because of the way you carry yourself. Because of the way you carry yourself, exactly.
In your life, Ester Dede, if you would change anything, what would you change? Do you regret anything?
No.
If you could do anything differently, things that you've already done, what would you change?
I don't know.
If you could bring back anybody who's dead, who would you bring back?
My mother.
You and your mom were like really cool. I remember the day for Miss. Even when we went to the dam, remember when we went to the dam for the? She was
came,
there.
yeah,
she was a very supportive.
Mother.
She was a very supportive. I wish more mothers would be like that. And I hope when you have your own kids, you also support them and help them chase.
Them and they'll be my best friend.
Their dream like that. So now coming back to a place like Luanshya, we live in a small town. Almost everybody knows everybody, and the girls here. There are girls who are doing something with it. There are a lot of girls. People like Adasa. People like Maria, people like Trina,
Valerie,
people like Valerie. Like there are a lot of young girls from Luanshya who are doing something in Luanshya. Some of them have gone outside. Some of them are still in Luanshya. They're doing something to earn a living. And then there is a rest. What would you tell those girls that do not want to be self-sustaining? They want to just depend on a man. Because sometimes why women are mistreated is because in England, I can behave anyway. You depend on me, you're a parasite to me. I can treat you however I want to treat you because I know. So what would you tell other young women about being independent, being a loyal partner, being a submissive woman, but also being financially independent? How important is it that a woman also makes her own money?
It's very important for a woman to make her own money because sometimes and you're going to help that man because you have. So those that are using their bodies to make money, everything has a duration.
Yeah.
So one day, importance ya kuibombera no kwate fintu fyabo. They
never use that money for anything, just buy clothes
and
beer and hair. Like you are sleeping with men so that they can give you money, so that you can buy clothes, so that you can look good for men, so that they can sleep with you again, and then you buy clothes. Like that is a losing formula, if you ask me. Do you believe somebody can change?
Yes.
Do you believe there is hope for redemption?
Yes.
Change can turn their life around.
Very much.
When you started your business, your very first business, how did you raise your capital? I'm to a business. What around that capital? How did you start your first business? Did mom give you a loan? Did you work somewhere, raise money? How did you start your first business? Where did you get your capital from?
My mother gave me her things to come and sell here in town. And she told me, if you sell, you'll get half of the money.
Like she gave you a clothes?
Yes.
Or she was like cleaning up her wardrobe and she said...
No. She used to sell clothes.
Yeah.
She had a boutique in Kitwe.
Yeah.
So she got some of the clothes from the shop and then she gave me and said, if you sell these clothes...
half of it. You bring back the company, half of it is your cut.
Is yours.
And then you manage to sell those things.
Yes.
And then from there you are like, so why don't I just start my own business?
And I started my own business, Opposite Power Tools.
Yeah, I remember that's when I first met you.
Yes.
Do you still do nails?
No, not anymore.
Why did you stop? It's become a popular business these days.
I stopped because of school. I'm focusing on school. I'm doing clinical medicine at Premium School of Health Sciences.
Wow. That is interesting. Why clinical medicine? Why did you choose to go in the medical field?
Because I have interest in medicine.
Okay. Which year of study are you in?
Second year.
Okay. How important is school to you?
Very important.
Regardless of business relationship, school is also important.
Yeah.
Because
like if you know what you're a parasite to a man. So if you don't want to be a parasite, could have a business you haven't sold anything, but if you've been to school,
you can have a job, you can have a side hustle, maybe you can have two businesses and also have a formal job.
Exactly.
Business government I feel like more young women need to do that.
I did like school at first.
What changed your mind?
Everyone in my family is educated.
Yeah. But my father
used to remind me about school every day.
I'll just not mention names, but there are those. Masile Queen, but that's what I'm You know what I'm talking about. And it's embarrassing because,
Very much.
Your beauty it will make you enter certain rooms. But what will keep you in those rooms is your mannerisms, how you express yourself, and how you carry yourself. Those are very important things. for a young lady. Education is key. I tell people this. Now, there's somebody that think bombe. It will just make you be more comfortable. It will help you feel better in your skin. Tawakala umfana intimidated. Tawakala randa bantunga bande tsunga te abara umfana bwaba. So now, Dede, let's go back to your beauty pageant.
Okay.
You said it's on the 15th.
14th.
It's on the 14th. Where is it going to be?
Golf club.
How much are the tickets?
So we have tickets. We have ordinary tickets going at 50 kwacha, and we have VIP tickets which are going at 250, and VVIP tickets which are going at 500 kwacha only. Let's
say there's somebody who's watching us who will be listening to this interview. Are you open for vendors? Can somebody come and sell their food stuff, their drinks, whatever they will be selling at the event? Is there room for vendors? And if there is room, how much are you charging for vending during the event?
There's no room for vendors because they at Golf Club, they already sell drinks and there's food already. So if someone wants to come and vend, it should be away from food and drinks.
Vending and she was eating vending my drinks. Maybe my cocktails. Do they have cocktails there?
There'll be a slushy machine.
What's a slushy machine?
Like
no, entrepreneur. It was serious in business. You know, I've never tried that drink.
It's very nice. You should go and try it.
Chimona idea you more after 10. I've just seen it in after 10.
But there's alcohol in there.
You know why I've never drank the one at Matmo? I thought it was just juice.
No, there's alcohol.
How is that business doing?
It's doing fine.
Okay. So now, are you still, like, for the pageant that is coming, are you open for sponsorships? Let's say somebody wants to be part of your event. Are you open to sponsors?
Yes, we're open to sponsors.
What are your sponsorship packages like? Let's say nakwata phone company ya phone. Ndefo kusalita kwa mabana, nkezeleta kwa libino phone ndeshtisha ko separate. How much money should I prepare if I want to come and use? Because a lot of people are going to come to watch this event. And if I'm selling something, there is a large probability that I've got a friend of mine, he does tattoos. How much should people prepare if they want to come and do business during the event?
On that part, I think I don't know.
If people want to help you, what type of things that you have noted? Let's say somebody wants to help you. What have you already prepared and how can people help you? Because we're just like a month away from the event. How can people come on board and help you achieve this? Giving
me money.
So it's apart from money, there is nothing else that you need. Yes. Let's say a company comes and says, so you are accepting both financial and help in kind. Let's say if you have jiggies, what do you think can be done to make it more conducive for young people to succeed?
I think here in Luanshya, they don't value talent. Quite a lot of talent here in Luanshya, but people from here don't value their talents.
Is it the talented people or us, the community members, who don't value the talent? The
community don't support people with talent.
Do you know the funny thing? People will only support you when you're successful. Ngolo days come up. There are very few people who claim you, but once you become successful, everybody wants to be your person. But the Angolo days when you come up, there are very few people. Even in the Bible, it is said the prophet is not respected in his own community. Jessica, like, you know, before it blew up, today I see people that never supported the movement, that was never part of what he was doing, that said, to musician you too. They would say that because I've always been hanging out with artists. I've heard people say, to my artist, to musician. You understand? But after you blow up, that's when people are going to show love. So I feel my encouragement to other young people like you who are in businesses, Ngolo Leamba, understand there will be very few people that will support you. Because tafiri mweneka. Abantu fo support tocho bengi kata chintu mwene. When you're starting off, the biggest supporter you need is yourself. You need to have self-confidence. You need to have self-belief. As you know, Afrozam Radio, This brand, even the Twade Ishwana 2022, 2021, it's Afrozam. My brother will tell you, in 2020, Lubuto, it's 2018, right? When I was staying in his house, when I was staying in my brother's house, in 2018, that's when I started Afrozam in his bedroom, on his computer. Nobody believed. In Siavonga, it couldn't work. I got frustrated. I left. I came back to launch. When I in 2021, I didn't have a computer. I had a small phone. I had no relatives in Luanshya. I just come. And thank God, more than this. And I said, I tease. Tease a man who lanzunga for a year. I stayed for 8 years before the brand came to fruition. Why am I telling you this? The more ngolo liamba business. Filakosa. Ocho abengi bafiliro. Because there's a ceremony when they talk about if you talk about a passion, you're not really passionate about what you're doing. So God will test you. Society will test you to see if truly you are a believer. When you pass that test, today there are people who say, they don't understand that we've had to pay the price to be in this position that we are in today. Now, we have to pay the price. So on your journey, as you've embarked on this business journey, as you've now pivoted, you can attain a model, na chinja, na aruka nebo executive, na aruka nebo organize our functions. There'll be challenges there. There'll be challenges along the way. But my encouragement to you is that don't give up. I'm very proud. That's why I invited you. It's because I'm proud to see where you're coming from, where you are today. And the future looks very bright. You are in school. You've got a business. You have started another company. You are engaged. Most of you girls your age. Facebook. In December, we saw that meme. I don't know if you saw it. People decided to openly say, I'm selling. Because love is hard to find. I'm telling you. Love is hard to find. If they add a choice, they wouldn't choose to be in the streets. So me, Dede, personally, as somebody that has been your friend, somebody that has known you for this while, looking at the woman that you have turned into, looking at what you're trying to do and the things that you're doing for our town, I'm very proud of you. And I wish nothing but the best for you.
Thank you. I
don't want to keep you here for long, Dede. As we're coming to the end of our interview, what are your concluding remarks?
Is to always push and work on their dreams. If you are an entrepreneur and your business keeps on falling and falling, you have the potential to rise up.
Amen.
Yes.
Dede, it was nice having you here. And I hope this is not the last time you're coming through. I want to invite you for Sister's Circle. Titu Kenji has been bothering me. Like she really wants to have a discussion with you. She says the last time you guys sat down on Gym Talk, the conversation in. She was supposed to be here, but today she's just been held up. So Dede will support you as Afrozam Radio. We'll help market your event. Whatever you need, this is your studio. You can always come through. I have a passion for supporting young people that are change makers in our community. So I'm happy for you. Whatever you need, Afrozam Radio, your doors are always open. We'll do what we can to ensure that your program is a success. So for Mudefoa, you just let me know. We have your back.
Thank you so much, Afrozam Radio, for having me here.
Thank you very much for coming through. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This has been yet another exciting episode of People and Power podcast brought to you by me, Kusantantangi Chilebe. This is an Afrozam Radio production. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. And you can leave us a comment in the comment section down below. So if you want to be a guest on the podcast, you can hit us up via the inbox, or you can just write that in the comment section. Everybody's welcome. Remember, we're not politically aligned. What we're trying to do is establish a platform where we can talk about how we are living and how we can better ourselves. And remember to get your tickets for the Mr. and Mrs. Valentines pageant. Until the next time, stay blessed. Continue listening to Afrozam Radio.